Good morning, everybody. So sorry I'm late. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no excuses. How's everybody doing on this beautiful week 15? There was, I will tell you why I'm late though. I literally could not drive because my car was literally frozen over. It was absolute shit show. There was literal ice on my car. Now, I know some of you on the East Coast in the Midwest are like, yeah, okay, well, what's the big... Listen, I live in Redondo Beach. Like, there's not supposed to be ice on my car, bro. So I literally could not drive. I had to wait for the all the defrosters to kick in. I don't have any tools to I don't have any ice scrapers. I got no tools, dude. I'm a freaking Southern California boy. Like, I got no problems here. Yeah. And so I had to wait for my car to literally defrost out. It sucked. Absolutely sucked. How's everybody doing today, man? Week 1 of the playoffs, dude. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. I love it. I'm excited. I'm excited for all you guys. And I say you guys because I suck. And I am I'm not in too many playoffs, dude. I'm in a couple, of course, but I think I'm in 8 leagues. I think I'm in the playoffs in 3 of them. That's not a very good for a guy who's supposed to hang my hat on fantasy. That's not very good. Come on, let's be real here. And I'll be honest with you guys. I got one huge league, right? Where huge buy-in, et cetera, et cetera. And that's the only one I care about. That's the one I've been in for I've been in it for golly, I don't know, 20 years now. I literally been in this league. Maybe not that long. 15 years. I've been in this league 15 years. And yeah, man. Not in the playoffs on that one, and that's a bummer. That's an absolute bummer. Anyways, here we are. We're doing our thing. If you guys got questions, man, let me know. Oh my goodness, all the way from Scotland, Gary Miller. Oh, welcome to the chats, bro. Yeah, man. I'm not even saying I'm suffering. It's not even that. I'm just saying I'm not used to it. That's all. Not used to it. Dude, I need to pop on some lights, man. Oh my God, it's dark as hell. Bop. All right, much better. Yeah, no, man. Listen, it's I'm not trying to complain and say it's bad. It's not bad. It's just there's literal ice on my car, and as a California kid, I don't know what the hell to do with it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Let's get to some of these questions, man. Clark Schuyler, good to see you again. Captain Kirk against Detroit, or Scary Terry versus. Wow, I'm so confused, man. Terry McLaurin? What are we talking about here? I'm so confused. Anyways, sorry. My brain's not working yet, so we'll get to that. We'll come back to that question. Tyler Lockett, Rashad Penny's in the flex right now. Well, Lockett's not playing, right? Okay, and then Gallup is the wide receiver 2. You got Van Jefferson, Michael Carter, and Hubbard. I'm definitely not playing Hubbard. Hubbard is an absolute can't play that guy unless you're an absolute emergency. And it seems like you're not an emergency. You got some decent options here. Michael Gallup's in a good spot. Michael Gallup's in a great spot. Van Jefferson, I think. How do you sit Van Jefferson? Do you know what I'm saying? Seattle secondary has been playing pretty well. They haven't been giving up a lot of fantasy points, but when they do give up points, man, they're big, And Van's their shot play guy. That's a tough one. But I think you're on the right track. I would probably play Gallup. The Giants secondary is banged up, and they just look like they've given up on life. Honestly, they look so beaten down, dude. It's so bad. I think Gallup is the right guy. Yep, Gallup in the wide receiver 2 spot. Yep, that's good. Rashad Penny in the flex. Now, I don't love it because the matchup's not great. The matchup's pretty bad, as a matter of fact. Hold on. Let me get you some data here on this Rashad Penny because I know a lot of you guys are going to be playing Rashad Penny. But, okay, so now they have given up, average production to running backs, right? 14th fewest, however you want to say it, 14th fewest fantasy points per game. They have given up the 8th least rushing yards, and they've given up 3.67 yards per carry to running backs. That's the 3rd lowest in the NFL. Where they have gotten banged is on receptions a little bit, and then, and receiving yards is really where they're getting banged. But they don't really throw to the backs, right? Like, so Rashad Penny, I don't think is going to get a lot of work as a pass catcher. So that would be a little hesitation for me. But at the same time, my God, look at COVID, look at the injuries. Like, who else you going with, right? So I understand that part too, man. So yeah, that's gonna be tough. Let the chupacabra run free. No, I hear you, dude. I want listen. I want Chuba to be a thing. I do. I like him as an overall player prospect. Okay, but Carolina's offensive line's not very good, and Buffalo, they have all year long feasted on bad offenses, and this is a bad offense, right? This is a bad offense. By the way, can I just say, like, everyone's dogging on Sam Darnold, which I understand. He didn't play good. He played great first 3 games of the season, then he fell apart. But to be fair, okay, clearly it's not just him, right? Like, it's not like some other quarterback came in. It's not like the former MVP came in and fixed things, right? Like, Cam Newton looks terrible too, right? Like, so it's not just Sam Darnold. It's fun to make fun of Sam Darnold. I'm not saying that. Oh, excuse me. But I'm just saying it's not all him. Although I am surprised that Matt Rule and Joe Brady, when he was there, could not get that thing figured out. Anyways, regardless, neither here nor there. Yo, mama, so fat. Good to see you, pal. All right. You've got Lamar. You're stressed out because of your wide receiver situation, but I guess you're just stressed out because you don't got half. Okay, here's your question: half PPR. You're putting Van Jefferson versus Seattle as your wide receiver 2 flex spots for either McLaurin versus Philly or Deontay versus Pittsburgh. I like Deontay a lot this week. Did you guys see my sleeper things piece? Clearly, I like Deontay Foreman, dude. Penny versus LA, like I said, tough matchup. Osborne. See, I'm playing Osborne. You're leaning Penny and Foreman for your 2 flex spots. You're doing that because they're running backs, and you're doing that because they're going to get volume, which I totally understand. But if it's me, I am going to play. McLaurin's got that, like, practice squad quarterback, so that's a little bit dicey. I would probably play Deontay Foreman and KJ Osborne. Osborne's seeing work, dude. And Chicago's given up tons of production to wide receiver. I'll give you one stat here on the whole wide receiver situation here. But Chicago has allowed 9.35 yards per target to wide receivers. That's the worst in the NFL. They're tied for the most receiving touchdowns allowed to wide receivers as well. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it's a Justin Jefferson smash spot, but I think KJ Osborne too is going to see some work as he saw last week, and I think he'll get the job done. Gary Miller all the way from Scotland. Gage versus San Francisco, Devontae Parker against the Jets, or Johnson against the Jags. What my brain is blanking on me. You've got Johnson. Which Johnson? Oh, David Johnson. I'm like, what Johnson? Bruh, y'all help me help you. Let's use some full names here, bro. I love the matchup stuff though. That was good. Of that group, well, I don't know, man. Like, the whole David Johnson running back situation there in Houston's really confusing the hell out of me, right? Because they said Burkhead was out. David Culley said Burkhead wasn't going to play. Then they listed him as questionable. They didn't even list him as doubtful. They listed him as questionable, which means by rule he has like a 50-50 chance of playing, which I'm confused. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I don't know. If he's questionable and he goes, you're not playing David Johnson. If he doesn't go, it's not like a great matchup against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, are you ready? It's not like they're bleeding points to the position. They've actually given up 3.83 yards per carry to opposing running backs. That's the 5th best in the NFL. Again, 3.8. So anything below 4, is pretty good. 3.83. Keep in mind, this is a Jacksonville unit that is constantly behind. They're always getting run on. and giving up 3.83 yards per carry. That's pretty good. They've given up the 8th fewest receptions as well, which is, again, really, really good. I mean, teams have piled up some yards on them and stuff, but it's not because they're bad up front. I'll tell you that. Underrated, actually, in terms of a run-stopping unit. So David Johnson you could probably take out. I really like Devontae Parker against the Jets. I really do. Russell Gage is an interesting one, man. He has been playing so well, and he's seeing volume. He's obviously got a better quarterback. Like, I know if you say like a negative thing about Tua, like, the internet comes after you, but he's I don't know, he's not that great. But I do like him in this matchup against the Jets. He's got a way better matchup. If you're asking me, I'm kind of sort of leaning towards Parker. I think Parker has a good game this week. Actually, you want some more information on Parker? I got tons, actually, because he's one of the players that I'm highlighting today in today's pregame show. By the way, DirecTV channel 704, please watch us. Literally the best fantasy show on planet Earth. Okay, Devontae Parker against the Jets, pretty affordable. Not pretty affordable, extremely affordable in DFS, by the way, $4,300 on DraftKings this week. He has played, when he plays, he's done pretty well. He's averaged 12.5 PPR points per game in the 6 games that he has played. Sorry, just checking this out here. Antonio Brown expected to rejoin Bucks. DeAndre Hopkins, torn MCL, could be back for the NFC Championship game. All right, we'll see. Jalen Ramsey will play on Tuesday against the Seahawks because he will or has passed COVID protocols. So there you go. But Devontae Parker, he's averaged 12.5 PPR points per game in the 6 games he has played. Waddle is obviously out. Parker is in line, I believe, for double-digit targets. The Jets' defense has allowed 9 yards per target to wide receivers. That's the 3rd worst in the NFL. Now, obviously, the math does not always match up, okay? But if we're talking about a guy that gets 10 targets, they're giving up 9 yards per target, that's pretty good. Right, we're talking about a dude who's going to see, anywhere north of 90 yards. You add up the receptions, probably 5 or 6 to get to 90. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I don't know how you pass it up. I think he's got a really strong floor and a really nice upside as well. Gary Miller who is that in your profile? Is that Final Fantasy VII? Fill me in, bro. I don't know. Whoever that is as your avatar, that's got me intrigued. I'm a big Final Fantasy VII guy. I loved the game growing up on my old school PlayStation. So there you go. Strong style. Good to see you, pal. Always good to see you. Oscar Magia? Tell me if I got that right. I love trying to pronounce names that are not your typical, Johnson stuff. Hubbard or Gaskin in the RB2 slot? Oscar Magia. That's my guess. All right. Hubbard or Gaskin for the RB2 slot. Man, the Gaskin thing has got me all kinds turning around, man. Like, he's got a good matchup against the Jets, right? But is it going to be a 3-man rotation there? Golly. That one's got me twisted up. It's got me twisted up. The Jets have obviously been bleeding points to the position. If I'm not mistaken, they've given up the most fantasy points. Yes, they have. They've given up the most fantasy points per game to the running back position. But Malcolm Brown possibly returns. I actually have to look this one up, but I think he returns this week. Ahmed and Gaskin are back. So I don't know, man. I'm so turned around. It's a great matchup, but yeah. How do you trust it if it's a 3-man rotation? Are they going to get Malcolm Brown involved is the big question. That's the big question for me. Hubbard in a tear. Oh, my God. It's such a bad matchup, dude. You know what? Screw it. I'm going Gaskin. I'm going Gaskin there. Let's hope he catches some passes, gets a little bit of work done in PPR formats. Hubbard's not really their pass-catching guy. They've got Amir Abdullah there. Yeah, man. I'll go Gaskin. I'll go Gaskin there. Don't feel great about it, but that's where we are today. Week 15 in the playoffs. Oh my gosh. First round PPR flex, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Freiermuth, Rashad Penny, or Devontae Booker. Wow. Well, I don't think it's Booker. I understand that idea, but I don't think it's Booker. I don't think it's Booker. So you could take him out. I'm torn, to be honest with you, between Amon-Ra St. Brown and oh my gosh, Pat Freiermuth. Ooh, that one's enticing too. Tennessee has just given up so many passing yards. Freiermuth, oh man, you know what? And Amon-Ra has really been coming around, hasn't he? Amon-Ra St. Brown has been coming around. Hold on. Let me look up something here. Let me look up slot receiver production very quickly here for you. Okay. What has Arizona done against the slot receiver? Okay. Last 6 games, Arizona has allowed the 7th most fantasy points to slot receivers. They have allowed a 76% catch rate, 76.7% catch rate to slot receivers. That's the 6th worst in the NFL. And I did mark down Amon-Ra St. Brown as a sleeper this week. You know what else I've marked down? I've got Sterling Shepard as a sleeper. I've got Mike Glennon marked down as a deep sleeper at quarterback against Dallas' secondary. That's an interesting one. So yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown, it looks like I'm leaning there. Man, Rashad Penny's going to see work in a terrible matchup against the Rams, though. Ugh. Okay, listen, man. My gut, I got to be honest with you, I think my gut actually says Rashad Penny of that group. Detroit's wide receiver situation has been so up and down, you know. And I like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I loved him coming in, to be honest with you. I did. In this particular week, though, I'm just, my gut call says Rashad Penny of that group. Of that group, I'm going to say Rashad Penny. But again, I don't love Penny. I don't love any of those choices, to be honest. But of that group, I will say Rashad Penny. That's my, that's my gut call. But I think by the numbers, dude, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. By the numbers. But I'm not, I'm going to just go, I'm going gut call here. I'm saying gut call, Rashad Penny. Let's see if that works. Brandon Graham, happy holidays to you, man. Good to see you in the chats, man. I appreciate you jumping in. I really do. That's dope, man. If you got fantasy questions, throw them my way. Of course, if you hit me up on Twitter or actually in the YouTube comments, bro, I will definitely hit you up as well. I appreciate you guys jumping in. By the way, if you guys haven't, if you guys would subscribe to the channel, dude, that would be awesome. Awesome. I would really appreciate that. Just trying to build up this viewership here as we go into the postseason, man. So that'd be cool. So there you go. John Yee, my Korean brother. I think you're from Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken, dude. Good morning. Would you go Foreman? Deontay Foreman at Pittsburgh or Sony Michel against Seattle, half PPR. Deontay Foreman's got a great matchup. Sony Michel has been playing great. He really has. My gut call says Deontay Foreman. He has an awesome matchup. Pittsburgh's given up the most yards per carry to running backs this season. And dude, recently, they cannot stop the run. I don't know what the hell is going on with Pittsburgh, but they can't stop the run. They're giving up 4.93 yards per carry to opposing running backs. It's the worst in the NFL. And I tell you what, they've been even worse recently. So I love the matchup. And I know people are a little bit worried because, it's a little bit of a 3-man weave there in Tennessee. They're working in Dontrell Hilliard. They've got Jeremy McNichols back, and McNichols got some carries last week. But, when you're watching the game, though, Deontay Foreman got all of the early carries. And when they kind of sort of got up late, that's when they kind of worked in Jeremy McNichols. McNichols didn't really touch the ball at all until the second half. So I'm leaning Foreman, but I do not blame you if you go against me there and play Sony Michel. The reason I say I'm a little hesitant on Sony Michel, man, like what happens if Darrell Henderson is good to go? It sounded like he was pretty close last week and was a healthy scratch or whatever. Basically didn't play. Not a scratch, I guess, but yeah, didn't play. And it sounds like he's pretty healthy, dude. The Rams are a big favorite in this Seattle game, and they could be running the ball out, extensively. This is the thing. Whenever we've seen Darrell Henderson, and he's the starter, like he plays pretty much starter, snaps, right? So I don't know, man. Like that one's an interesting one to me, dude. It really is. I would say my gut says Foreman, but honestly, well, and I also saw that report from Jordan Rodriguez, who's a great beat reporter for the Rams, and she said Sony's going to get the work on the ground, and Darrell Henderson may get work in the out of the backfield as pass catcher if need be, which sounds very similar to the split that you're seeing with Foreman, right? Foreman's going to get all the first down, second down work on the ground. If they've got the lead, he'll get the work. And so yeah, it should be an interesting split. My gut says Deontay, man, but I honestly don't have a great read on that LA situation. I don't. So yeah, Taysom over Lamar. Oh, dude, 100%. Like that's not even a question. Not even a question at all. Yes, I'm playing Taysom over Lamar. If Lamar doesn't run, like I know he's made strides as a passer, but the reason he's like a cheat code is because he runs. By the way, you guys know he has not scored a rushing touchdown since week 2. Lamar Jackson has not scored a rushing touchdown since week 2. What? Make it make sense. How does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. But if he doesn't run, he's just not a difference maker. He's a guy. From a fantasy perspective, he's just a guy, So yeah, Taysom over Lamar, 100%, no doubt about it. Angel Santiago, or is it Angel Santiago? Trying to figure out your flex: Marvin Jones, Deshaun Jackson, Josh Reynolds, or Conklin. Dude, you talk about a gut call. How about Marvin Jones? All these reports of him butting heads with the coaching staff there. Urban Meyer's now out. Darrell Bevel going to be calling plays. I would not be surprised if Marvin Jones has a pretty good game this week against Houston, and we know Houston is very susceptible to getting beat over the top. I'll take Marvin Jones in your flex there. Again, dude, total gut call, although all those guys are gut calls. Marvin Jones, Deshaun Jackson, none of these guys see any real volume. Tyler Conklin's an interesting one. I think he will bounce back. I think he's going to have a pretty good game this week. But, I think all these guys, Deshaun's not going to see, 5 targets. They've basically tried to replace him with Zay Jones for whatever. Like, okay, like this dude's beating teams over the top at the ripe old age of whatever he is, and they still think Zay Jones is the answer. Okay. All right, that's cool. Whatever. I don't know. But yeah, Josh Reynolds too. He's a little banged up, so makes me feel like Marvin Jones might be the call. But whenever you see a question like this, you got to know, like, I mean, these are a lot of these guys are coin flip guys, man. So, you don't blame me if like one guy makes a big play, one guy scores a touchdown. But I don't see any of these guys as volume guys. And Marvin Jones, I don't know. I just got a weird, sneaky feeling that they might utilize him more. Okay, now by the way, I'll say this. Marvin Jones is the kind of the high-risk guy, but I think Josh Reynolds might be your Tyler Conklin might be your safest play. So if you're looking for floor, give me Conklin. If you're looking for upside, give me Marvin Jones. All right, so there you go. Heather Burke, what's going on? Good to see you. I'm glad you're jumping in. I appreciate it. Rashad Penny, Deontay Foreman, Michael Carter, or Van Jefferson. Dude, I'm always team Van. I'm always Van Jefferson. Always. Give me Van Jefferson. And I know those other 3 guys are going to see more volume, but screw it. I'm always Van. He's a good ass player. very professional, playing in a great offense. They run 3 wide receiver sets all the damn time. I'm always Team Van, always. He's got the best touchdown upside of all these guys, and I get it. Like, these dudes are all going to get more work. They're all going to touch the ball way more than Van. But I'm still Team Van Jefferson. Now, yeah, if you're asking me, safest play I think is Deontay Foreman. Safest play is Deontay Foreman, but I don't know. Just depends on what you're going for. And I know it's got to be scary as hell because you're like, oh my God, this Rams game, man. Like, when are they playing this Rams game? God, wouldn't that not be just a kick right in the gut? They somehow cancel this game. They're not canceling this game. I know I just put that into the universe, so I apologize if that happens. But I'll say Van Jefferson, man. But if you want some floor play, give me Deontay Foreman, okay? Jennifer Matney. I think this is the first time you've joined the chats, right, man? I appreciate that. That's cool. Like I said, man, by the way, if you guys are new here, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome again. But yeah, if you guys want to like and subscribe to the to the channel and to the show, man, that'd be cool. Oh my gosh, we are running late, aren't we? What's going on here? Has my freaking COVID test cleared or not? I haven't got any word yet, bro. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Van Jefferson, Javonte. How do you get away from Javonte? I know he's banged up. Brandon Ayuk, Amon-Ra St. Brown. You could throw him out. Gage, Abdullah. Oh, definitely throw him out. Waddle out is making you scramble. Yeah, no, I hear you. Waddle's been so consistent, man. Oh my gosh, you just said it, forget it. Waddle's just been giving you double digits. All right, so Van Jefferson, Javonte, Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk's got such an awesome matchup. Oh my God. Atlanta's just been bleeding points. And it's crazy too, right? Because AJ Terrell's been playing really good. How do you have a great corner but have a terrible secondary? That's how bad Atlanta's other guys are. They've given up the 4th most fantasy points per game to wide receiver. Brandon Ayuk is an extremely strong start. I have that written down. Yeah, wow. I mean, they're giving up a 67.8% catch rate to wide receivers, which is the 5th worst in the NFL. Boy, that's tough to get away from that. Javonte's a little banged up. He's in a timeshare with Melvin, who is also banged up. Cincinnati actually has been tough against running backs, by the way. Sneaky good. I feel like I've been saying this all year long, so how can they still be sneaky good? They are. Cincinnati still very sneaky good defense. They've given up the 5th fewest rushing yards to running backs this year. And yet you're saying, well, they've given up 12th most fantasy points. Have they done that? They have given up the 3rd most receptions, but Javonte and Melvin, they don't really catch passes out of the backfield, right? So it's not really a pass catching unit in terms of the running backs there for Cincinnati. They've got all these wide receivers and tight ends that they're going to throw to, right? So, yeah, Cincinnati's been really tough for running backs just straight on the ground, but they've given up, again, 92 receptions to running backs, which is a ton. It's like I said, the 3rd most in the NFL. So, boy, I don't know. I'm not feeling great about Javonte, not with the injury as well. I just said I'm always Team Van. And I think even here, I'm still Team Van. All right, but I get to pick 3 of this group? Oh, yeah, we're picking Van Jefferson, we're picking Ayuk, and we're picking Javonte. I mean, of the 3, right? Like Javonte, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Gage, Abdullah. Yeah, throw Abdullah out. Javonte, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Gage. The Gage one, man, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not feeling that. Can I give you guys a little stat on Russell Gage? The reason why I'm feeling a little hesitant on Russell Gage has a career 65% catch percentage, okay? And in his first 10 weeks of the season, his catch percentage was 60%, okay? Over the last 3 games, he has an 84% catch rate over his last 3 games, One was against Jacksonville, who's given up a crazy high catch percentage. One was against Tampa Bay, which actually is very impressive. He 11 of 12, which is really good, actually, because Tampa Bay, even though they've given production, has been pretty tough to throw against in terms of completion percentage. And then Carolina, again, that's pretty impressive as well. But overall, I don't know. Like, what are we thinking here? We thinking he's good. He's a career 65%er. Okay, he's catching 85% right now, so well over his usual efficiency metrics, right? So does that continue on, or does he come back to earth? San Francisco secondary is not good. I'm not saying that they are. They're not good. But man, he has been incredibly efficient, has Russell Gage. And I'm just worried, like, does he come back to earth? Maybe. But yeah, give me Van Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, Javonte Williams of that group. I feel really confident in that, actually. Johnny Daly, what's going on? KJ Osborne or Gabe Davis or Gage, PPR. And my fantasy Bob Ross, am I going to paint a beautiful picture for you? Let me paint a beautiful picture here. I like KJ Osborne. The whole Gabriel Davis thing has me all twisted up too, man. Like, I don't have a great bead and a great read in that Buffalo situation. Emmanuel Sanders probably not going to play. I think it was listed as doubtful, if not out. Okay, so Gabriel Davis is going to get starter minutes. They don't really throw him the ball, though. Like, so you're asking yourself, like, is he going to get there on, like, 4 or 5 targets? I don't know. And the way they utilize him, too, they don't give him any layup throws. It's all, like, end zone shots, I actually think Dawson Knox is going to get a little uptick in work with Emmanuel Sanders out, even though I know they don't work in the same areas of the field. Emmanuel Sanders has been their field stretcher, their lid lifter. Gabriel Davis is going to be kind of sort of the same guy. But to be honest with you, I don't think Gabriel Davis is as good at separating downfield as Emmanuel Sanders, even at this point in their respective careers. I like Gabriel Davis, but I just don't think he's going to see a lot of volume. He's going to see a lot of air yards, and you guys know I love me some air yards, but not a ton of targets, and I just don't know if he's going to be a win those low, volume, highly contested shots. Dude, I'm like I said, I got to be honest with you. I don't have a great read on it. If he sees 5 targets in this matchup, which is pretty good, that's not bad. That's what you want. But yeah, that's tough, dude. That's tough. I like KJ Osborne of that group. I do. But I'll just say this, man. I think Gabriel Davis gives you the highest upside. I think Gage is probably your safest floor in PPR. And then Osborne's kind of like in between. He's kind of sort of in between. Chicago secondary is just getting gashed, dude. Like, they're so bad. So yeah, I don't know. How about this? Like, are you going to be stressed out on Monday? If you're waiting on KJ Osborne, bro. I don't mind either any of these guys. I really don't. But Gabriel Davis, highest upside. Gage, safest floor. So that would be my thing. Although I was of that group, I was kind of sort of leaning towards KJ Osborne, dude, honestly. So there you go. Okay, I have cleared COVID protocols. Throw it up. That's great. Final Fantasy 8 for Gary Miller. Okay, I got you now. It looked like Final Fantasy. I haven't played FF8 though. I have not played the remake, but I did love Final Fantasy on my original PlayStation. All right, let me burn through some questions, and then I got to roll because it's getting late. Devontae Smith or Brandon Ayuk? Smith has probably one of the best matchups on the board. Does he not? Let me look up these exact numbers here for you. Philadelphia playing Washington. Washington has given up the 3rd most fantasy points to wide receivers. They've given up a 68.5% catch rate. That's the 2nd worst in the NFL. Yeah, Devontae Smith is a really strong start. They've given up 8.5 yards per target, which, if it sounds good, it is 8.5 yards per target. That's the 8th worst, however you want to talk about it. But yeah, that's really good for Devontae Smith. The big question for me is who's going to be playing quarterback? Is this going to be a competitive game? I'm not sure. Washington's on like some random, practice squad dude they literally just signed, dude. So I don't know. And I think Ayuk. Well, first of all, Ayuk's got a great matchup too. So like, let's not make it sound like they don't. But so yeah, I think I actually like Ayuk here. I don't know, man. Look, I always feel bad because I like both players. I do. It's a coin flip for me. If you're asking me straight up, Scorpion, it's a toss up. I like Brandon Ayuk a little bit more, but golly, if Devontae gets in there, I'm not going to be surprised either. But if you're asking me right here, right now, I will take Brandon Ayuk. Johnny Daly, Claypool, Devontae Parker, AJ Dillon, or Penny for the flex. Whoa, wow, that's a deep team you got, dude. Oh, my gosh. AJ Dillon, I'm not trusting quite as much as the other three guys. I like Devontae Parker, but, man, Claypool's probably has the highest upside of that group. It's PPR, full PPR. Full PPR, give me Claypool. Give me Claypool. I'm really, honestly, I'm debating between Claypool or Devontae Parker. But I think Claypool's the guy. I think Claypool's the guy. Is there a chance Tyler Lockett will play? Yes, there is a chance Tyler Lockett will play, especially with these new COVID protocols. But I'm not sure. Dude, they changed up the COVID protocols midweek. And, we're supposed to try to figure that out in the fantasy community, dude. I don't know, man. I do not know, man. But yes, there is a chance Tyler Lockett could play. Julio versus Pittsburgh. It's full PPR. Marquise Brown versus Green Bay. Marquise Brown, isn't he banged up? Hold on. I think I have that. I thought I saw in here that I thought he's hurt. Bro, now you've got me confused. Hold on. Let me look this up though, because I don't want to give you false information. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what is the deal with Marquise Brown? Boom, boom, boom. I thought he was out. I legit thought he was out because I had in my brain put that Rashad Bateman was going to be a great sleeper. Yeah, hold on. Lamar Jackson, bone bruise. Marquise Brown listed as questionable for Sunday due to an illness, is expected to play versus the Packers. Wow. I'm confused, man. I honestly thought it's because Sammy Watkins, dude. I'm tripping, bro. Sammy Watkins is out. Marquise Brown is good. Okay, so I'm glad I got that clarified. Julio versus Pitt. Don't love it. Gallup versus New York. Love that matchup. And then Judy versus Cincinnati. That's not bad either. You got one wide receiver and two flexes. Is that what you're asking me? Okay, so of that group, you're playing Marquise Brown. Well, shoot. Because what about if Tyler Huntley plays, right? I like Gallup, though. I want to play Gallup in one of your flex spots for sure. And then I'm probably playing AJ Dillon. So Marquise Brown, Michael Gallup, AJ Dillon. Boom. Let's go. Clark, I'm so confused. What are you asking me here, dude? Captain, you're asking me between Kirk Cousins or Terry McLaurin? What? That doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? Superflex? Bro, if it's Superflex, you play the quarterback every time. What you talking about? Am I tripping? Captain Kirk, Scary Terry, right? Like, am I missing something here? I don't know, dude. I'm very confused by this question, bro. Saquon Barkley this week. Yeah, a little. I mean, I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. God, you talk about situations that we're just not sure on. Like Barkley injured. He's been injured. It's an okay matchup. I'll say that. So, yeah, that's not bad. Miles Sanders, Rashad Penny for the flex. You also have Chuba. I really don't want to play Chuba, not against Buffalo, man. I think you're onto something here, between Miles Sanders and Rashad Penny. But I will take Miles Sanders of that group. So, yeah, there you go. Jose Vargas in PPR, flex, Darnell Mooney or Jeff Wilson Jr. against Atlanta. Give me Jeff Wilson Jr. I know Debo's working into the backfield too, and Jeff Wilson Jr. didn't look great. But, man, Chicago looks – I don't know, man. They look dead, Darnell Mooney's got the better upside. I'll tell you that. But Jeff Wilson Jr. for me against Atlanta. There you go. Okay, Santiago again. Dude, I got to roll, guys. Landry. Yeah, you can't hold out on him, dude. Forget that. Slagan, what's going on, dude? What's going on, man? I haven't made my my GLP appearances, my Greenlight podcast appearances in a couple weeks, man. Good to see you in the chat, though. You limped into the playoffs, got some serious issues at RB2, Jeff Wilson or Latavius. Ooh, baby. Give me Jeff Wilson of that one. Jennifer Matney, you're welcome. I'm glad you joined us in the chat, man. Saint Soldier. Hawk out. You need half PPR tight end. Noah Fant. Yes. I feel like, yeah, that's it. RSJ versus Philadelphia. I want to love RSJ, but, man, that quarterback situation really bumps me out, dude. I don't know. Give me Noah Fant against Cincinnati. So there you go. Congrats on passing COVID. Yeah, dude. Yeah, baby. Netflix Reynolds. What's the handle here, dude? Chase TY? Chastity 02? Netflix Reynolds or Chuba? No, come on, dude. This question. This is a coin flip. Come on, man. This is a coin flip. Craig Reynolds or Chuba? Dude, you know what? Let me look up my data real quick. I'm gonna say Chuba, but let me just go ahead and look up the data because that's what we do here. Detroit's taking on Arizona, and what has Arizona done? Arizona allows 4.6 yards per carry to running backs. That's the fourth worst. Damn it. I did write down Netflix Reynolds as a sleeper. Damn it. So let me switch on you. Let me go to Netflix Reynolds because he was getting work with the first team this week too, man. NFL Blitz 2000 or Madden 03. Madden 03 by a mile, dude. I loved Madden 03. There you go. All right, let me just rip through some of these, man. And I apologize, okay, because I really do got to go. All right, you need upside. Russell, Burrow, or Taysom? Taysom all day long. Not even a question. You're welcome, Johnny Daly, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone out there. All right, so Marquise Brown expected to play. You guys got my back. Thank you. He had a quad issue 2 weeks ago. Thank you. Jennifer Matney again. Fields, Tua, or Jimmy G? Tua. Jets have been really bad. I think Tua could have a 3-touchdown game. By the way, did you guys know Jimmy G has not had a 3-touchdown game all year long? He's never had a 350-yard game all year long. I think he's had 3 300-yard games all year long. He's a really safe floor play because he's given you 2 touchdowns in 7 of his last 8 games, but he doesn't have a lot of upside. If you want floor, Jimmy G. If you want upside, give me Tua. Get Fields all the way the fuck out of here. Christian Kirk. That's not Captain Kirk, dog. That's not Captain Kirk is Kirk Cousins, dude. Christian Kirk or Terry McLaurin. Christian Kirk, 100% Christian Kirk. There you go. Never start Jimmy Guaps. I disagree. If you need a floor play this week, Jimmy G is your guy. Gary Miller, I'll see you guys. Hey, everyone who joined the chats, I will see you guys, man. Again, if you haven't subscribed, man, I would appreciate that. But I got to bounce. I got to peace out. Week 15 is right around the corner. Good luck to everyone out there, man. Fantasy playoffs. Let's go. Let's go, fantasy playoffs. If you guys want to find me on Twitter. Like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody who joined the chats. I appreciate everybody who watched. But for now,